So what are you thinking about when you turn this massive thing?
Don't hurt yourself. Main thing. I got it kind of pretty well mounted. You can kind of look at this distance right here and see that it's not off by more than like a ½ inch anywhere. And so I ran it up to see how high I could get the speed up to without the machine walking across the room. And I got it up to around 700 RPM. You know, anything for me, I like to turn really fast because it makes cutting smoother. So I'm thinking that it's safe-ish. Well, it's about 28 inches wide and about 5 inches thick. It weighs about 80 pounds. And I have it mounted with lots of drywall screws that are 1¼ inch long. I'm just gonna make a big kind of a gradual shaped bowl. First I don't turn like most others. I turn on this particular one, I'm just gonna turn the face. The back is gonna get turned on this side, but I'm not going to reset it and mount it on the front. Some people will do that. And I don't turn the back first, I turn the back on the back side here. We'll see what happens. I know you're not supposed to wear gloves turning, but I need something to stop those chips from hitting me at 90 miles an hour. That's making the thing jump. Just making sure that's not a rock. Could be, I think it's not a rock though. So this is what's making it jump. You see I haven't even cut anything here. There's one big gouge. It's going to take a while. I'm trying to make this slope about like that. Finger is there. That's where all the chips are hitting me right there. But I'm getting the curve little by little. Got a good angle there. That's about what I wanted. It's jumping because of these. You don't want to dare stick in there very hard or you'll be screwed big time. Okay, I'm going to get this down as far as I can, maybe within 1 inch of the bottom. And just stop so that I can move my base a little closer to the not hanging over like this, but relatively short to the distance of the cut so that the tool doesn't vibrate so much. Out here it can vibrate more, here it vibrates less. If it starts sounding like it's going to break, then I'm done. But as long as it still sounds solid, I'm just going to keep going until I can get within like this much of the back. And I might change the angle of the back according to how well it goes in to the front. So.
How do you do the center part?
Well, the center part, I have a little trouble here. You see, this isn't high enough. It starts shoving the tool sideways at about right here. It's still cutting, but here it starts shoving it sideways. So I have another little tool that I use. It's just kind of a piece of pipe with a thing that just I have to balance it while I'm doing it. It's a little clamp that's about that wide, and I just take it really slow. I'm going to take that off and put on this. This is a makeshift stand that I employ in order to get to the right height for this. You see, I need to be a little lower there. There we go. I'm going to be about right there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the top of this clamp as a stand. It's kind of unorthodox, but it just has to hold your tool. That's about 2 inches there, and this is almost 5, so I'm in about that far. I got to go in at least another 1.5 inches. So far, so good. You never count your chickens before they're hatched. This turning wildwood has its risks. You know, you could break it. It could knock a big chunk off that I don't want to knock off. It could break right across this fault line, right across here. Although I've got screws positioned about here and here, all the way around. So I'm pretty sure it would just explode if it did that. Just pieces go this way and that way. When I say explode, all it's going to do is go these 2 directions. This wall's going to stop it here, and anybody over there might get some shrapnel, but there's nobody over there. So I'm really not in much danger here, except for maybe getting pinched in between some of these devices here, these open cavities here. Just have to move your tool slow and keep a good grip on it. I'll go as deep as it'll let me. I try to stay away from the screw. I've got an 1.25 inch screw in there. If I could get down 1.25 inches, that would, well, it's not quite 1.25 inches because the backing plate is like 3/8. So if I got within 1 inch of the back, that would be too low. I'm going to take some more off the outside here too, but I want that support while I'm turning this, so I'm not going to finish turning the outside until I get this as deep as I want it. Nice. It's already about 2 inches deep, and so I need to bring it down another inch at least. In order to make this center hole, in the very center, you've got some material spinning that way and some material spinning this way. So you're in opposition, some spinning up, some spinning down. And what that does is over here, it makes the tool want to get pushed down. And over here, it makes it want to get pushed down. Over here, it makes the tool want to get pushed up. And so you're spinning this way. And what happens is you try to center kind of on the lower left quadrant. If you've got a clock in front of you, the lower left quadrant from 9 to 6 is kind of where you want your work to be done. If you get too high, it'll just slam your tool onto the rest, and if you get past the center, it starts pulling your tool off the rest, and then if you accidentally go back over the side you're supposed to be on, it can give you a nice little slam, which can cause all of this to break out. So the trick is just to take a little bit off at a time, stay in your lane. You can see there's one lane, there's another lane, there's another lane. Just stay in here and just do a little bit of work here, didn't do a little work there, and gradually we're going to move this out and get deep right here. If I can get deep here, I think I can move the rest of this. But first, my goal is to keep working through here to get this another inch down. This is real good at getting that center out. And it's good at removing lines. You can kind of remove lines, and it's pretty sharp, and it's really heavy. So I can remove a little bit of material. Sometimes I alternate between tools because that one might be sharper than the one I'm using. This gouge is a good tool to use, but I've sharpened it so many times I don't have much gouge left. And I would like it to cut, but you can see the brass stops me from going any deeper here. I could do it like this, and this may be what I'll do, but it gives me a shorter surface here to work on, since I don't have appropriate holder. Turning it outboard has always kind of been a problem for me without having the right base. So, and then I also have a fingernail gouge that I have sharpened wrong so that I can use it, I can cut with the bottom half on the left or on the right. I hardly ever use it in the middle. It doesn't know what to do if it's in the middle because it doesn't have a fingernail down there anymore. So it's for left cutting or right cutting. You see it's pretty sharp. I don't know what my target depth is. I'm gonna get a measuring device. Okay. 1, 2. I've almost got 2 3/4 inches in there. It seems like a lot until you. That is 4 1/4, and I've almost got 3, so I need to come in at least another ½ inch. Real tool rest. I feel so unsafe with a pipe clamp. One does what one has, you know.
So you got your ½ inch out of there now?
I think I got what I need out of the center of that now. So now, this little guy comes into play. I need to get this up this. You getting there? Let's see what we can. I want to bring this down a little bit. I like the shape. It's more like a platter at this point. Boy, I sure got a lot of dust down my shirt. got a hook right there. That's right. If it stands to lose some weight right there, that's really thick. But I don't want to break it. Get one more pass right here. There's a capacitor that has to drain out before you can reset the fault. It had a fault. I stopped it too quick or something. I'm chancing it. I know I could make it a little thinner, but I think overall it's okay. Now it's time for the fill work and the sand down. It takes a lot of sanding to get this down into shape. I think it weighs 40 pounds, 30 pounds, easily still. Okay. Next, I'm going to pick out all these things and put turquoise in there. And then I'm going to grind this down with my little sander.
What grit do you go down to, or up to?
I'll probably start off with the 80 grit because that's what I have. I might have a 50 in there for the little 1 1/4 sander. And that one is particularly good at knocking off turquoise. It's only about a 5 on the Mohs scale, so it's not that hard. But it's harder than the wood, that's for sure. The wood's about a 1. That's the biggest thing I've ever turned. Well, I did turn a coffee table over there that was 36 inches, so I can't say it's the really biggest thing. I think it's about 28 inches across. Yeah, 27.5.
If you like the videos, please subscribe. It helps me do more videos and bring more content to more users. Thank you.